This is Mark with Aardvark Reloading. I've got a 300 blackout here that I cannot get it to size properly. It's probably hard to see on the camera, but I cannot get that neck of that casing to come all the way up to this Wilson sizing gauge. I also cannot get this the base to get flush with the top of that spacing gauge either. And if I sit it down on a flat surface, it actually wobbles because the case won't go up into that sizing gauge all the way. So we're going to go over what overcam is on your press. And what that is no matter what I did to the adjustments, I couldn't get it to size properly. So we're going to adjust this press with overcam, which is when you bring the handle or the ram all the way to the top, and you adjust this your die down to where it just touches. You can kind of see where that handle goes up, and what I'm going to do is just get it where it's just touching, and it's right about there. And then I'm going to note the spot of that die, and I'm going to actually turn it I think it's going to require a quarter of a turn. That might be excessive for some dies, but I'm going to go a quarter of a turn and then tighten this die down so it's touching plus a quarter of a turn. I'd recommend you only use an eighth of a turn to start with. And tighten your sizing die down. Now also, I don't know if I can get this on camera, but there is a little bit of slop in there in that case there. So I'm actually going to do the overcam to see if I can't get that to, I'm trying to squeeze it down a little bit more on that neck. So then when I put my casing in there and resize it all the way to the top, see, I'm fitting flush now. See, that's flush. And then that neck, I'm actually a little bit raised up above that the top of the sizing gauge. And if I put my calipers on here, I want to be at 1.369. I'm at 1.368. So that's 173, 176. So the neck of my brass is not square or flush. So I'm going to put it in my case trimmer. And I just trim the case mouth down. And now I've got 1.368, which is good. And again, now my case sets down flush, and it's not over the top of my sizing gauge, so we're in good shape for 300 blackout. So when your dies won't measure up the specs, by the way, I'd always recommend with rifle rounds, you always buy a sizing gauge. I use this for any rifle round, anything with a bottleneck type shape, but it'll instantaneously tell you whether your casing is flush on the bottom and the proper length on the top. So if it won't spec out and you have steel dies, Wouldn't recommend this for carbide dies, but if you have a steel die, overcam your steel die about 1/8 of a turn. This is Mark with aardvarkreloading.com.